Hi, I'm Cathy Thomas. I'm with pastry chef and cookbook author Cindy Mushet and her daughter Bella. And Cindy has written a new cookbook called Baking Kids Love. Do you like to bake?
Yes, I do.
Okay, how about showing us your sugar cookies, and then we'll find out how to do a cookie decorating party.
First, we're going to put the sugar and butter into the mixer. We're going to cream the butter and sugar.
Right.
The butter should be soft,
Right.
cool, but
Right.
flexible. Okay,
And you're
good.
going to let that go for about a minute on low speed, right? And then you're going to goose up the speed to about
Exactly.
medium and let it go for about another minute.
Scrape down the sides. We want to do this so that the mixture blends evenly.
We've got a large room temperature egg here. That's 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract.
And we're going to beat just until it's blended in. And then in a separate bowl, stir together the flour and the salt. Once we add the flour, it will look nice and smooth. Once you've mixed the batter, you want to scrape it out onto a piece of parchment or waxed paper. Plastic wrap is fine as well. So you can press it down with your fingers. Then we'll fold the
Fold it
paper
up.
over. And we're just going to chill that to make it a little easier to roll.
All right.
The dough is nicely chilled, but still flexible. And this is kind of a tricky way to do it so that you don't have to use a lot of flour. Is 2 pieces of parchment paper or waxed paper, and then roll it out between them, and you don't have to add any extra flour.
And you're just doing a little rolling and then giving it a quarter turn. And you want it to be what, about a 1/4 inch thick?
Yes, a little bit thinner is fine, but a 1/4 inch is good. You'll see that it wrinkles a little bit.
Yeah.
And what you want to do is just peel it off and straighten out the paper, pull out any wrinkles, and then put it back on.
All right, Bella, show us how.
Peel off the parchment paper, push down, then you use a spatula.
And it goes on the parchment paper. And that's all there is to it. You make it look easy, Bella.
And then we're going to bake these in a 350-degree oven until they're just light golden brown around the edges.
So Cindy, you've got a great way of piping out the frosting, right?
You take these disposable piping bags. Make sure you fold the collar over so that the frosting gets down toward the tip when you spoon it in. And then twist the top about 3 or 4 times really tightly. And then I take a twist tie and I wrap it around and I twist that very tightly.
Right.
And now I can put this out with kids of all ages and not worry about it. I'll just cut off the tip when they're ready to start piping, and I know it's not going to come out this way.
Right.
It's only going to come out the
And
bottom.
when you're all done,
Throw it away!
yay!
That's the beauty!
Okay. Bella is over here, and look at this. She's using some marking
Yeah,
pins.
these are food coloring markers, and you can get them in cookware stores. And they're fun for kids who maybe want to take a break for the frosting, and they can draw anything they want on the cookies.
Those are very cool.
Yeah.
So show us how to use the frosting.
Okay, so generally what you do is you pipe around the outside first, and then you can pipe it on the inside and spread it around with a spatula.
And you like these offset spatulas,
I
don't
love
you?
these. These are like an extension of your hand. They're so easy to work with, these mini ones. Just take the frosting out. I need to add a little bit more until it meets the ones on the end. And then you can pipe a design on the inside with another color. You've probably seen those fancy cookies in the store that are so beautifully decorated. And one of the things that they do is they'll get it to this point,
Right.
and then they'll set that aside for a couple of hours and let that dry hard. And then what they do is they take another color and they'll pipe on top of it.
Oh, pretty.
Once the white is dry, you can sprinkle sugar all over the top of this, give it about 15 minutes, and then tap off the extra sugar, and all the sugar will fall off of the white and it will only be stuck to the pink. So you can do all different fun things
How
with that
fun. And
technique.
you've got so many pretty little things
We've
here.
got a lot of things to play with, so
Look
why don't
at
you put
these.
some on there?
All right. And you were talking earlier that you would use some tweezers at this point. I'm just throwing caution to the wind and using my fingers.
Bella showed you some marbling technique where you pipe stripes over it and then pull it through with a toothpick or something like that. So I'm going to pipe some lines, and I'm going to grab a toothpick, I'm just going to drag it through.
Oh, cool.
I'll show you one more little technique. You can do little circles, and then you can turn those into hearts. And you start just above the circle, and then you pull through the center of it, and it forms a little heart.
Pretty. I want to thank you both so much for coming
you.
and showing me
Thank you
how to
so
do
much.
this party.
We really appreciate it.
Come back again, okay?
We'd love to.
Thanks, Bella.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks.
Merry
Cindy.
Christmas.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.